All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Ramsey Smith Isn't Funny podcast. We're here. We got a guest. It's Chris Knight. Chris,
Woohoo.
say hello.
Hello.
All right. We're here.
We're here.
We are here in there's an interesting energy happening right now.
It's a fun day.
It's been a fun day for me.
A funny podcast.
Exactly. All right. Here's what's happening. Chris is coming over. The time has been set. Everything's organised. I'm talking to another fellow who's picking up some drawers before I set up for the pod. My lovely wife comes out. She's on the phone with my mum with some news that my grandmother has just died. So that was about 15 minutes ago.
And now here we are doing a podcast
And
about
now we're
it.
doing a comedy podcast.
Oh, what fun.
All right. Now we're going to have some fun. So I'm not set up. There's no video on this one. And I know everyone's really disappointed about that. Everyone fucking cares.
I did my hair.
Yeah, exactly. Chris has looked the best he's ever looked. And you guys are missing out.
I'm in a suit.
Yeah, exactly. We're dressed to the nines, okay? There's such an elaborate background I've got set up, but no, there shall be no video. We're watching the documentary on gay dads. And it's from the 2000s. So
we're looking at, this is going to be exciting.
This is before it was legal.
Oh, they're breaking the law?
Exactly.
They're not even making it look like cool.
Yeah.
You can tell it's from the 2000s. Jesus Christ.
It's so white. They're very button-up. It's very button-up San Francisco finance gays.
But didn't your mum wanted something, didn't she?
My mum wanted us... Okay, so here's the thing about my grandma. She knows how to go out. She knows how to finish up. She died on her birthday, which is good luck, I think.
It's great luck.
It's good luck. It's perfect. You nailed it. 85 on the dot.
Like perfectly, day you arrive, same day you go.
Exactly. Maybe in the same hospital.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't think so. But no. So my mum wanted us to sing Happy Birthday. So you guys have to sing along at home.
What do I say? Do I say Nan? Do I say Grandma?
Gran
Gran.
Specifically. Gran. Or you can say Yvonne at home. And we're going to go. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gran. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip.
Hooray.
She's dead. Hip, hip. She's dead. Hip, hip. She's dead. All right.
Oh, that's what a way to start a pod.
Yeah, it's good. Well, here's the thing. My mum makes up for about 25% of the listenership of the pod. So when she asks us to do something, we kind of have to.
Hi, Mrs. Ramsey.
Oh, man. But yeah, and if Gran's listening, you check out the whole spread. What are you doing down here listening to the pod, No, if she's listening to the pod, she's probably in purgatory. She definitely didn't make it if she's listened to this.
I mean, that was the nicer version of that joke. Well done. Well done.
I think this is a good I think the podcast is a good purgatory. I don't think it's pure hell.
You think it is?
I think there's some other Sydney podcasts I could
name
say
them.
that are hell.
List them.
No, because I got to pretend to be friends with all these people.
You're abandoning the country in what, 3 weeks?
Well, look, in 3
weeks.
weeks.
Let's release this in 3 weeks. Who do you hate? Who in the Sydney comedy scene?
I don't think I hate. I don't respect a lot of people.
I mean, no one respects. Who can you respect?
I've got a couple. You can respect a few.
I don't respect anyone who says, I think I should do comedy.
That's pretty fair.
Like myself included.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fair. That's fair. Now, you probably can't tell from the tone of Chris's voice, but the reason we're watching a gay dad documentary is that he's, in fact, a gay dad.
Yeah, a very gay dad.
Fucking, that still shocks people. But I think you can tell it's the way you hold the gay. Here's the thing. It's you and Elliot McLaren, right?
Oh,
are the biggest.
I don't respect it. You know what? Down with Elliot McLaren. I'll fight him.
You'll fight him. Okay.
Fuck that guy.
He will have no fear for.
He comes here from fucking another country and is all like, oh, look at me, I'm gay, but people don't think I'm gay. Fuck you. That is my one bit of material, dude.
That's your whole thing.
McLaren, I'm putting it out there. Let's fucking actually. He's a junkie and
he was a junkie,
gang.
ex-gang member. So like,
Oh.
I think he would be able to get into a fight with you.
I challenge you to like a spelling contest.
Ooh, here we go,
There we
racist.
go.
There we go, Elliot. If you're listening, the challenge is settled.
I mean, you can probably spell,
yeah, man.
certain like MDMA or HIV.
Whoa!
It just got really dark really early.
That's pretty gay on gay crime right there. Jesus. All right. We're into it. We were hanging out one time with it was a group of us, and Elliot was with us, and this fucking huge fucking like methed out like islander, maybe it was like Samoan or something, just starts like roaming the streets. He wants to fight us clearly, so he starts mocking my laugh, which quite offensive. But obviously we all just shut the fuck up, right? And then like he's like, "Oh, you fucking pussies want to fight or whatever." So he's trying to say that to some of us. So Ellie just continued his conversation because this guy, and then he's just like, "Nah, bro, I'm just fucking, The guy's like, "Bro, shut the fuck up, pussy," and he's like, "Nah, man, we're just talking about this TV show from like."
Amazing.
Yeah, man. So I don't think you want to fight him.
Nah.
No.
I'll fight another guy.
Yeah, I think every other gay in Sydney comedy you could take. I don't think you got to worry about John Glover getting the king hit on you.
Oh, he's fast. I reckon he'd be fast though. He'd be swift.
Yeah, but you could absorb all those.
That's true.
Come on. I think I want to organize like the fucking what's like the elimination, like how March Madness they have the bracket of all of the gays in Sydney comedy.
Just fighting.
Yeah, but only the gays.
We'll do jelly wrestling then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I think I could move some tickets for that. Some guys would get pretty hard.
Who do you think you could fight?
What
out of the Sydney boys?
Out of the Sydney boys? I think I could fight Keanu. Keanu, because he's so passive.
Yeah.
I think I could fight him.
He's tall. You just topple him over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those knees would give out. Fucking. Could fight Alan for sure.
You reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I reckon he'd be scrappy.
Nah, bro, I reckon he'd cry. I reckon he'd be the type to cry. He'd be the type to be talking really confident shit until you like push him and he's like, "Oh fuck, what the fuck, bro? What are you talking about?" Alan, I could take. I reckon almost everyone I've had on this podcast, except for I've had Shiro.
Yeah.
I'd think, Matt, he'd put me under a spell.
What?
Right? Like I'd be fighting myself.
Yeah, okay.
His voice, he'd hit it like a decibel.
Have you done Tavis yet?
Have had Tavis.
Yeah. Pull his hair.
Pull his hair, but then I don't know because my erection might be too big to fight it. It's my only problem.
The love of your life.
Bro, I would get lost in those eyes, man. I would not be able to do anything. It'd be like, fighting Tavis would be like throwing paint on the Mona Lisa. I don't think I could bring myself to do it.
And now you've made it into the gay wrestling league.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. No, we got to start talking about Tavis.
Why?
Because I've been talking about.
Is that all you talk about?
On pod specifically.
Oh my god, I love this.
It wasn't on this, but on the Sausage Boys.
Yeah.
We went for like 40 minutes just talking about
I
Tavis.
love that.
But no, who else could I fight? Yeah, I maybe I've had Karim on, and Karim's a big boy.
Oh.
And
both the Sausage Boys, I reckon.
Oh really? Nah, Jackson.
Doesn't he do like kickboxing or something?
Yeah, but he does like inner west kickboxing.
Yeah,
where,
fair enough.
He's trying to get laid, probably.
Oh,
You know
here's
what I
a
mean?
picture for my Instagram.
It's probably like it's mixed gender kickboxing. It's more just a foot thing. I could take Jackson, I think. I'm going to say that.
All right.
I'll say that for sure.
All right. Well, you got how long left to have these fights?
Oh, look. It depends when I release this, I suppose. I'm going to throw the gauntlet as the plane's taken off. I'm going to make sure it uploads exactly as and when I'm in the air. The problem with Karim is that he's very big, and something about me thinks he might be prone to violence. I don't know. Something about his look.
Karim, he'd fuck you up.
He's strong. He works out. He's a gym boy as well. Should be quite strong. Yeah, but anyway, who else? McAllister would have like, I don't think he could fight, but I think he'd get really dirty.
Yeah.
He'd be biting immediately.
Oh,
like he'd be doing
jeez.
anything. Like he'd be trying to kick you in the balls. I think there'd be any honor in a.
He'd get he'd bring a weapon.
Yeah.
He'd have something hidden away. like,
like-
like you go to punch him and he's just like shivs you.
Yeah, just get shivved. He's like, what, bro? We didn't fucking say anything about that. You didn't say I couldn't shiv. You didn't say I couldn't shiv. So shut the fuck up. Yeah. He gets more red after the fight when he's explaining when he's explaining himself. Oh man. Oh, but yeah. So gay dad.
Gay dad.
You got a little 2-year-old.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
You went to the zoo.
Went to the zoo today. Went and saw the koalas. They're her favourite.
They're the favourite, the koalas.
Yeah, koalas and snakes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you like snakes?
Love snakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrifying animals. But yeah, went with all the extended family, my sister, her kids, grandparents, some cousins.
Yeah. Do you feel when you're going out in your extended family with children, do people just look at you and be like, "Oh, it's going to be difficult"? Like you're going to a restaurant and the waiter sees and just goes, "Oh fuck, there's going to be a whole thing."
No,
You don't
because
get that?
I don't fucking go to those places.
Oh, really? You
No,
don't go-
I am like my nearest pub. I've refused to go to because it is it's not kid friendly. It's not like they even have a fucking playground there, but everyone's like, let's bring our children
just
to
bring
the
their
pub.
children.
And I'm like, you know what this is? This is a place built for fucking grown-ups.
Yeah.
They're not serving apple juice at the fucking bar.
Yeah,
They've
of
not got
course.
milk they've not got milk there, but like just let me have a beer without a kid screaming and running.
Yeah.
So I very much for the separation of like
Separation.
church and state. Like,
Get rid of
there
children.
there are you know what exists for families? You know places that exist for that? Every fucking where.
Exactly.
Every fucking where on earth. There are
Yeah.
like 3 places they can't go.
That are meant to be owned. Exactly.
So I am like very much like, nah. No, why would we go? That's not fun for me.
Yeah, of
I have to
course.
then entertain a 2-year-old in a place where I want to chill out. I'd rather not go
Yeah, of
than
course.
have a shit experience.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I don't, and then I get really shitty if I do go somewhere
And someone's got their kids
and
next to
someone's
you.
got their kid. Like we're in a fucking movie, and it's an M-rated movie, or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly. What's a 2-year-old doing here
Yeah.
watching fucking... I don't know, any movies. I haven't seen a movie in the theater for forever.
I saw the first half of Moana 2, and we had to leave.
Oh, really? Wow. What
The
happened?
2-year-old couldn't handle it.
Couldn't
She
handle
just
Moana
couldn't sit
2.
still, just running around
Yeah.
causing mischief.
Hates Dwayne Johnson.
Also,
man.
Moana 2, shit.
Really?
Yeah.
No good?
No good. They didn't get the Hamilton guy back to do the songs.
Oh, was he doing the songs?
He did all the songs in the first one, so now all the songs are like, oh, I'm Moana. Oh, couldn't think of anything that rhymed with
Oh,
Moana.
that's all right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, wow. Moana 2 sucks. Well,
Yeah,
now you guys don't have to go see it. we got the review here. Unless it has an amazing third act that ties it all together.
Oh, maybe that's
In which
it.
case, Chris does not know. But no, I think people don't like you. You're watching a lot of children's media now.
A lot.
Is that weird? Is it better? Do you like? I don't know. I feel like every time I poke, because I used to be a children's entertainer.
And you got fired?
Well, I did. Well, look. The investigation it's still pending. Okay. So I'm going for unfair dismissal there. But no. So like every now and then you get like a new character, and it'd be like, I got to research this like mildly, which I just kind of watch the trailer, and you get the thing. Oh, he's loud, or he's quiet, or whatever. Fuck.
Yeah.
But like every time I watched anything, it was like, yeah, it looks so shit now. Like.
Yeah, what have they got? Bluey's big. Bluey's a big one. Bluey's all right.
big.
I like Bluey, but
You
there
like
is
Bluey?
like there's a fuck ton of like Netflix or whatever the streaming is, and like let's punch these words into a machine and it makes like the
And it
shittest
just pumps it out,
CGI
yeah.
looking.
Is your one on like the YouTube fucking what's it called? Like, is it Coco Melon? Like the
Nah.
ones or like the insane where it's like it's clear it's like AI has just made this thing where it's just does your one go on YouTube at all?
Oh, occasionally she loves dinosaurs, so occasionally I'll just like type dinosaurs in, and I'll like, here's a dinosaur video while I like run to take a shit.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
But nah, there's like, and also like if a show is annoying, I'm like, no, I'm an adult. we're not watching
We're
this.
not watching this.
We're not- this
Good.
is this is shit.
That's good because I used to see these toddlers that would be like stuck on their phones and watching just weird bullshit. It would be like, it'd be like weird. It'd be like nursery rhymes, but then you look at it and there's like just the screen's just like a million things going on with all these colors, and the kids are just like entranced.
Like they've given them acid.
Exactly. They're just like, they just can't take their eyes off it. And it's like, this seems bad.
Nah, she does. Oh, does she watch a lot of TV? Not really. TV's like a fucking. All right, I need to do something. I need to know that you're going to sit still and not break
Yeah, of
anything for
course.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
Enjoy this. And all kids' shows are like 5 minutes long anyway.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. They go quick. Yeah. Any favorite? I mean, you like Bluey.
I like Bluey. Bluey's all right. Big fan of the Bluey. Like, what do we like? The Disneys, the Pixars.
Disney. Is Disney still good?
Not Moana 2.
Not Moana,
Moana
2.
2.
They're dropping the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
What was, because like, I think of like, I'm so out of touch. I think of like new kid stuff, and it's like, oh, I guess Frozen. That was
Frozen's
what?
like 10 years old.
Exactly, that's what I mean. I'm like, that's all I can think of now. There's there was a Spanish one. They're doing all the races.
They are.
There was that Spanish
Encanto,
one.
That's a good one.
That I've heard.
We don't talk about Bruno.
That's it. He was he.
They haven't done an Australian one.
Oh well, that is going to be interesting.
What would you do for the Australian
Oh my goodness.
Disney movie?
All white cast. No,
well, of course.
no, multicultural. The problem is you can't do like a white country now. You can't. They got away with Frozen. It's like
That's like
Scandinavian
up the
inspired, but like, it'd be like the main character would be like it'd also be like old like American producers making it. So you probably have like a talking kangaroo.
Yeah.
And it's like maybe like the wrong animal finds itself into a pouch of like a kangaroo.
Oh, yeah.
And like it thinks his mum, but it has to go on this journey of belonging
Oh.
to find out. Like a wombat is raised.
You know what? All of the latest Disney movies have had a real theme of the parents are wrong.
Oh, really?
Like it's like Encanto was like the grandmother's is like, oh, everyone needs to act this way, and the grandmother is the one who learns the lesson that she's wrong, and
she died.
Yeah, and the
which
Frozen, the
fits this
parents
pod.
are wrong.
Anyway,
Yeah, it does. Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, that's all right. Frozen, the parents are yeah.
All the Moana, the parents are wrong. Like it's all...
Has Disney got any gay kids movies, or is it always in the background? Because they're still trying to sell to China.
Yeah,
Because I know there was that Buzz Lightyear one.
I don't know that one.
There was a Buzz Lightyear movie, which is Pixar, actually. No,
Same-ish.
Whatever. There was a Buzz Lightyear one where I think they had like there was like kind of like in the background during like there was like a lesbian kiss scene,
Ooh.
which is good because you can edit it out when it
Yeah,
ends.
exactly. With the Chinese
You can
one,
edit it out
right?
in the Chinese market and everywhere else.
This podcast is not
Yeah.
being sent to China. I'm guessing.
No. We stand with the West on this podcast. Okay, we are CIA funded. We stand with the West.
What was it in? I think it was in Frozen that one of them was meant to be like gay, like the shopkeeper who appears in one scene is like has a picture in the background of his family, which has like a man and two other kids. And it's like, well, that could also be his brother, but who knows?
Who knows?
But they were it was, they did that. So as like his head in the background when they did the remake of Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, okay.
They were like, oh, we're releasing this and we're doing the first queer gay character in Disney history. It's amazing. It's groundbreaking.
Yeah.
And like, there was nothing. Like, it wasn't like he was fucking anyone. It also wasn't like he even kissed or held hands with anyone. It was like, oh no, but he is gay.
He's definitely gay.
We don't need to make a big deal about it. But we don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't know he was gay.
It's also
and
like
he didn't do anything gay or act gay
Yeah.
or was in a relationship with anyone of the same gender. But super gay. I'm like, oh,
he's definitely gay. It's like, yeah, we had Scar from the Lion King.
yeah, he would.
We did that
he would
ages
have been
ago.
fucking
We would.
awesome.
They've always been doing that.
Oh.
There's always had gay characters. It would just be the villains.
Scar's
you know what I mean? A good campy villain.
great, campy. I love Scar.
So gay. He's incredibly gay. Yeah, that's good. I thought it was gonna be like Beauty and the Beast, and it's like like maybe 2 of the candles are gay or whatever.
The teapot.
And then the teapot and a candle are gay. And then when like the magic wears off, they're back to normal. It was just a curse.
Yeah, I don't like. I think Beauty and the Beast sends the wrong message.
What's the message? I haven't seen.
Well, because there's the big beast, and at the end, like he does the right thing, and then he turns into like a skinny guy, and just
he gets to be
twink.
beautiful. Yeah, he gets the twinkification.
Not okay with that.
No,
Keep him big and hairy.
exactly.
That should be the prize.
That should be. It's also like, it's like if you're a good enough person, you get to be attractive.
No, that's my argument.
Well,
that's
like
not attractive. That is they made him less attractive.
It's like if you be a good, you get to be like a normal.
Oh, you think he looks like Tavis?
Yeah, exactly. I'll take a twink. You know what I mean? Oh man. Speaking of twinks,
what are they doing in this little gay dad show?
So we got a couple of.
How rich are they?
Oh, this is the year 2000.
They've bought their kids mini. Were they BMWs?
Yeah. Yeah, they got mini. Oh, they got mini beat to match their BMWs. No, Mercedes. Sorry.
Whoa.
So they got a Mercedes and then 2 mini ones for the kids.
Do they even have the kids yet?
I think so. I think they're trying to get married, which I don't think would have been on just yet.
And like,
but yeah, it's the
I
year
can't
2000.
talk, but like I thought we were meant to be fashionable as a people.
A lot has changed.
He's wearing
in
a
20 years.
silver hat.
He is wearing a silver hat. Here's the thing: if you're going to be gay, if you're going to be a gay dad in 2000, you better be cashed up.
Yeah, right.
There were no poor gay dads.
Yeah.
You know, it was only these rich people. Look, they're on like an estate.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is somewhere in California.
Oh, they've never dealt with persecution.
Of
That's
course
fucking
not.
amazing.
Of course not. Oh man, I think that's what the gays. That's what you got going for you.
Rich.
Is that rich? It's the fact that rich people can be gay too. So a lot of minds can get changed really quickly.
That's true.
Right? Okay. If like a Rothschild accidentally came out black, there'd be a lot more progress way, right?
Yeah.
So you just gotta wait. You gotta hope like your leadership in your country is gay or whatever. That'd be good. You know what I mean?
I don't want who's the prime minister even now?
Albanese. You don't like him?
I don't like any politician.
No, of course not.
But, I don't know. He'd be a good gay man.
No, I don't think... Who would be a good gay politician? Good gay... I mean, Julia Gillard, nail it.
None of them.
None of them, really.
None of them.
No. Scott Morrison would be funny if he was gay.
Oh, I dislike him.
Be
the
pretty
most.
good. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh man. But yeah, fatherhood.
Fatherhood. Are you going to be a father anytime soon?
Oh, definitely not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I've got too many plans. I want to be mobile.
Yeah, you got to just this podcast keeping you busy, really tying you
when
down.
When the podcast, here's the thing: if you want me to have kids, share this podcast with 10 of your friends, and then that's really the dream. I think
the podcast is blowing up too much. I can't do it.
Exactly.
I haven't got the time.
The people with successful podcasts, insane that they do anything else, right? Like Joe Rogan, right? Everyone's giving him shit.
He's got kids. Has he got kids?
He's got kids.
There you go.
He's
See?
got kids. Exactly.
That's what's holding you back from success.
Well, is having kids. I need the success to afford to have fucking children, man. You know what I mean?
And then you can just do dad comedy. Oh, my kids, my wife. You're married now. You're my
wife.
wife.
My goodness. You're saying this, but a lot.
It's the only reason I became a gay dad.
A couple of guys told me, like, very unironically when I got married, and they were like, "Oh, mate, you're set for comedy." You can just... And they were comedians as well, which was the worst thing. And it's like, "Oh, you don't understand how little I want to be like you, you know? Like, don't tell me. I'm not going to complain about my wife for 20 minutes."
Oh, I do love seeing I hate my wife comedian.
It's always funny when they go so far into it. It's like, I'm having a good time.
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm having a good time.
And that it still exists.
Oh, of course. It's always relatable. It's going to exist forever. It doesn't matter. All right? I work with guys who complain about their wives so much. And it's like, yeah, just leave.
Yeah. There are so many solutions to this problem.
Exactly. Just leave. Just don't. It's fine. It's all right. You've got kids. I'm sure they're so happy in your household. I'm sure they're having a great time with you just coming home angry. They're like, oh, I fucking got to deal with this fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck is staying in a horrible relationship these days?
So many people.
Oh.
So many people.
Oh. I mean,
so many people
there's so many
married.
ways out of it now.
Yeah, exactly. Just go. It's all right.
Just leave them.
Just come out for a month and say it wasn't for you, and then
exactly
go back in.
Yes.
Easy. Oh, man. I think, yeah.
Which comedians who are in relationships do you think should break up?
Oh, ho, ho.
He's leaving the country. Come on.
I
dish,
am leaving
dish,
the
dish.
country. So few of them are in relationships.
Would you ever, I know you're in a relationship, would you ever date another comedian?
I don't think so.
It blows my mind when people do that.
It seems like the worst thing ever.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it just seems like... Yeah, I couldn't imagine it.
Like, I feel like just hooking up with anyone, anywhere you work is always bad.
Yeah.
But then, like, comedians were all fucked in the head. It's like...
Yeah.
Other patients in the asylum just fucking each other.
Oh, literally, that's what it is. It's, yeah. It just seems like an insane... Especially, like, yeah, if you're properly doing it, it's like... I guess, like, what I liked a lot about being married, especially when, like, I started and being in a relationship, is, like, I'd do fucking, you know... open mics, do terrible, do a couple books, do terrible because I sucked as a comedian, you know what I mean? I did Comic Sans.
Oh,
and
incredible.
Fucking ate a lot of shit there. First booked gig.
Was that?
Yes, and a big old confident chatterer there. But it's nice to do all this stuff and then come home to someone who doesn't care about the whole world.
Does she not give a shit about any of your comedy?
She does care. She's very supportive. But it's also like I'll come back and like, oh, so-and-so didn't book, or you know what I mean? I had to deal with, you know, let's just call him a real Kaiser. You know what I mean? I had to deal with some bullshit with this. And she's like, I don't know. And the things you're complaining about are so inside baseball. I couldn't even possibly relate to the fact that this is a problem. And it's like, oh, that's perfect. Because it really dispels how little it matters at all.
I, for so long, did not let my husband come along to any of my shows.
Yeah.
When I first started. Because I would get like...
It's smart. It's a smart thing to do.
It made me extra nervous knowing someone I knew was in the crowd.
Of course.
Strangers, great. Fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that. Yeah. Someone who like knows me, I'm like... Ugh.
Yeah.
And then I let him come. And...
It was a big load.
Yeah, it was huge. And it was a book show. And it was like one of my first book shows. And I was like, I want to get in with the booker. And so I'm going to bring people and all of that.
Of course.
And he got fucking wasted.
Really?
And started... It wasn't heckling, but he was loudly commenting on the other acts on stage.
Yeah, the worst, yeah.
The fuck is up with... This isn't fucking funny. I'm like... And I'm standing there, and I can hear it from backstage.
Oh, no.
I know that. And the other comics are complaining.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Like, yeah, what a fucking... Some guy like, you know, the comic art like before you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Just a heads up, there's this big queen in the front row who's bitching. Like,
just...
all right.
So, yeah, then he didn't come to gigs again for a while.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's tricky. I remember, I think Emily came to some of my first ones just because she really wanted to. It's also good because like, you just got to get over caring about all that stuff. And when you get over it, it's a big hill, but you go, I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
It's really fun. I know. I think the problem is at the start is you're so unaware of what you're actually doing. Like on stage, you're so a mess of everything that there's no like, I just did my act. It's like, I just kind of had jokes I wanted to do and then I fucked up and then I did a weird thing because I don't, you know, you don't know who you are.
And yeah, I think for me, it was, that and like, you're slightly different on stage.
Yes.
And so then you see someone who actually knows, you're like, oh, I feel like I'm trapped and I've been caught in my lie.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck it. It's
dumb.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares? But yeah, man. Oh, now we got a...
Why is there a baby?
Why is there a newborn?
What is happening?
They're just watching their kid be born, I guess.
Where did the kid come from?
Yeah, you just get it delivered. You just
actually
order
delivered.
it.
Yeah,
oh,
all right.
man.
I mean, when you got that much money.
Oh, bro, they got so much money. That's got to be the pinnacle of that. For that baby.
Oh, that kid's growing up.
Just a fucking dual fucking white, couple of rich white guys in fucking the Palisades.
Oh, they'll be on the board of a charity that does nothing.
Absolutely. Oh no, they're going to be doing comedy. They're going to be they've probably got a Netflix special now, and it's probably their 4th gig. Oh man, you realize why so many how much I'm trying to put on all these shows now, going to Perth and shit, and it's like, oh, you realize why rich people can just jump up in everything. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh, I want to give comedy a go. Dad, can I have some money to live in fucking New York for a couple months, and I'm going to do every single comedy festival I can find.
They have the money, they have the time.
Exactly. Just do it. Just do it, man.
Like, as easy as comedy is for any fucking idiot to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to write some jokes. I will just not work. That sounds great.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to take the whole day off. Oh, man. Oh, that's weird. People quit their jobs, and then, they show up to their first open mic. There's a couple of people.
Really?
Who are like, yeah, I've quit my job. I've got a bit of savings. I've got a couple years of savings, and I'm gonna do comedy.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Does it work?
I don't know. I have to ask Stella. That's what she did.
All right.
Stella, yeah, she's like, yeah, I've quit. I'm doing comedy.
McLaren quit his job.
Yeah. Well,
as a
people
dealer
want to stop buying meth. You know what I mean? That's how it works.
I'm gonna wrestle you, Elliot.
I would love to watch that wrestle. That'd be a great wrestler to watch. I think he does jiu-jitsu as well.
Oh, fuck's sake.
But he's also a Baha'i.
A what?
It's a type of Islamic religion.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And it's non-violent.
Do jokes about that, Elliot. Do jokes about that instead of being gay. Make that your niche.
But here's the thing with you and Elliot, the two gay, but you can't tell. You can tell.
You definitely can.
You guys, the way you guys hold the mic. You can tell a gay guy by mic technique. I'm telling you. You do it like it's about to spray in your face, and then Elliot has this very limp-wristed kind of this one.
Oh,
here.
he's got the. There's a bunch of the fucking. I think Widcombe does it. There's a bunch of guys, and they'll all hold the mic just right. They go right at the bottom, and in a way that makes me nervous because it's almost too loose.
Tip off, yeah. But Elliot doesn't. His elbows around this side. He really twists around it.
I think it's like ID Comedy Club. They're just nah, you've got to hold the mic in a really weird way.
It's one of Skinner's secret lessons.
That's it.
Secret comedy lesson from Anthony Skinner. He tells you how to hold the mic.
That's how you get booked there. He's like, look at the weird way he's holding a mic.
Yeah, wow.
That's it. They're booked.
You know? Oh, man. And then, of course, there's the mic nowhere near their mouth. Shouts out to EJ. It's so far away. It's ridiculous. It's down to his belly button.
Yeah.
And he's just walking there. I've seen
But he projects.
He does project. Oh, no, I've got a loud voice.
I think that's why he does that. But you get a few other ones, and they will just hold it so far away, and I'm like, you know that people can't hear you. You can see that people in the room can't hear you. You can hear that
they're
you can't
whispering.
Hear you.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember the last ever comedian to do a set at Scruffy's.
Oh, Scruffy's
was this new guy, and the mic was nowhere near his mouth for any of the set. He's kind of pacing. And if you actually listen to him, he's doing a rant about how everyone needs to come together. Amazing. And about how it's all about togetherness. And there's just these fucking drunk fucking backpackers in who have kind of been paying attention to the show. And there's this and no one could hear him. And then after about a minute, it just starts crushing because people just start laughing. They're like, this is great. This is really good. Then I get to go up there and be like, guys, that's the last one.
Oh,
that's it.
Scruffy's.
It had a good year.
Will it ever come back?
I don't know, man. You know, if things really don't go well over in the old UK.
That was a fun... What was the worst, the most ridiculous, most outrageous thing that happened at Scruffy's?
The most crazy thing was that, that was Mickey's, home room. That's where Mickey would show up and murder. You know what I mean? That Mickey, you would know, he would have so much... He would just be telling some Scandinavian backpacker to go fuck himself. And they would love it just so much. They would laugh so hard. That was crazy. The same guy who did the last set there. So he came super early one time. His first time ever. He was a bit off. And people, sometimes it's their first time. People get really nervous. some people. I didn't know if like English maybe wasn't his first language as well, but like he's kind of like very soft spoken. But like he's asking weird questions. He's like, "This is where the open mic is." And I'm like, "Yeah, bro. I just got here. I'm getting the bucket. There'll be signs up soon, whatever." He's like, "Okay. I get to do a set or whatever." He's like, "Yeah, man. It's whatever. Everyone, it's sign up, whatever." And he goes, "Okay." I go off. I set up the mic. I come back and he's like, "Hey, man. You're not gonna rip me off, are you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" It's like, I get, you're not gonna pull out the time from under me or whatever. I'm like, "What? I don't care, man." You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah, it was really weird. He'd never done comedy before. It was really weird. He's like, So I'm like, okay, that's super weird, right?
Oh.
Then it's like about 5 minutes before the show starts. He's got this big, big gym duffel bag type of thing. Anyway, so he ducks down. So he's in a squat under one of the bench things there. He pulls out a bottle of red wine from the bag and just starts chugging it. Right? So now I realize, this guy's just been tanked the whole time.
So good.
And he's just trying to get even more drunk, right? So that happens. I'm about to, immediately I'm like, you can't do that. The venue's going to kick us out. What the fuck? Anyway, so I'm about to do that. As I'm about to do that, the manager of the bar comes out from the pokies room.
Beautiful. Directly
in front of him and is then just like, "Hey, you have to go. You can't come in for another 24 hours." And the guy's being like, no, man, I gotta do comedy, man. I gotta
do this.
I'm doing the show. And he looks to me and I'm like, "Oh, come on." So the manager's just, doing a thing, just being like, "No, you have to go. We'll lose our license, blah, blah, blah." And then so he doesn't want to go. He's trying to argue, right? So then I go, "Hey, man, go now and you can't come back next week. Don't be any trouble. And then you come back next week, you do a set."
Good save.
If you be annoying, you can't do comedy next week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, right? So just go now, then you better come back next week. That's the thing, right? Then he fucking starts death stare at me.
Amazing.
He's locked into me. And he shakes my hand. But he grabs my hand really tight and he's like, "Okay, Ramsey," staring into my eyes. And then eventually he wanders out and he leaves. And then for the next 3 weeks, just as the show would be about to start, I saw him a couple times, Tava saw him a couple times. He would just peek his head into the room. I think looking,
but didn't sign up.
But then and would just leave. So he just would poke his head in and then he would leave.
To threaten you?
Because he did it a couple times. The first couple times, Tavis just would come up to me and be like, "Hey, that guy was here." And I think he looked at you. And I'm like, "That's weird." And then I saw him one time. He didn't look. He didn't we didn't make eye contact or anything. So I think he was really nervous and he was coming back to check maybe if I was still there.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess in his mind, maybe he sobered up and was like, "I was a dickhead," or maybe he's like, "I think this guy might want to fight me now," because I got no idea. But
I do remember early on, you used to think that room runners just thought about you.
Yeah,
even thought about you. You're like, "Oh, I did this thing on stage and they'll never book me." And I was like, now I'm just like, "Oh, they never even thought about me.
They don't care.
They do not give
all,
a fucking
man.
shit.
They're barely watching.
Yeah.
They're just like, "Yeah, it
We've
sounds
both been
good."
right. We know we don't care.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care at all. Exactly. It's like, if either the crowd sounds like good or whatever, fuck, I don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter at all. But yeah, man. But yeah, so this guy who just, so that was really weird. Then he came and he started doing sets and just kind of quiet and he would rant about how life has to be positive. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I was always
so it was worth it.
Oh, it was definitely worth it.
It was
and then
worth
not
it
into the
for
microphone
life has to be
as well.
good. And then he performed so hard that he ended.
He ended the room,
Scruffy's,
man.
Finished it forever.
Yeah. I always love those guys who would finish their set with a really positive. Do you ever see these guys? There'd be some open micers who would kind of,
And they'll try and throw some let's all be happy in the
they'd
world is a
tip
nice
their
place.
hat and they'd be like, "Guys, we need a laugh because laugh is what we all come together and thank you all." He'd do a bow. Well, you did 5 minutes in front of these drunk Irish backpackers who actively hate you for talking over them.
Yeah. Oh, that was a fun little room.
I really liked it.
That was good.
It was good. Oh, man.
Bring it back.
They're doing musical bingo.
Oh, well, that makes sense. Musical bingo, of course.
I think they kind of offered if we wanted to run maybe a weekly one, or a monthly, more book show. but I think we were both over it.
Fair enough.
Have you run an open mic or just book shows?
That one in Janali was sort of meant to be an open mic.
That was pretty much of an open mic.
But because it was Janali, we were booking
you have
people.
To book people.
For like,
so they go, I'm booked, I have to make it.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
It was like anyone can do it if they want, but
yeah, of course.
we need to actually reach out and book people for this.
Yeah, I found it was just like, because we had, 25 plus people, and the night starts to go good, and you're hosting, and then there's like a run of 3 acts, and you go like, oh, it's done. The energy's gone, it'll never be back.
Right, yeah, I did that. You did that Cronulla one.
Yeah,
that was good for. That only ran for a little bit. 6
that
months
was
or
good
so,
for the couple times I did it. I really liked it.
That was fun.
Yeah,
there was some fun. Were you there the night there was a fight?
No.
There were 2 girls. Oh, sorry, there was one young girl who was wasted.
Oh, yeah.
And one older, I shouldn't say older, she's probably younger than me.
Yeah.
One other woman, and this girl was just drunk and being loud and trying to chat to her best friend.
Yeah.
And her friend didn't even want a piece of it. And this one woman just turns around and goes, would you mind being quiet?
Yes.
And this girl just goes, shut the fuck up, you old cunt.
Incredible.
And then they both try and punch on.
Oh, really?
Who
so crazy.
I think Beck Melrose was just on stage, and everyone is just completely oblivious at the front of the room.
Yeah,
and there's these 2 women trying to smack
this
the shit
old lady
out
trying
of each
to punch
other.
on. That's so funny.
I'm like trying to get security because I'm like, I'm not intervening. I'm not going to be the guy. Like,
of course
if it was
not.
2 dudes, sure, I'd just grab one, but I'm not
Yeah.
going to be the dude who grabbed a woman and accidentally, is accused of
She
hitting her
trips,
or whatever.
of course. Yeah.
So,
oh, wow. You know what's funny? That's the first comedy fight story I've heard not involving Mitch Parry.
My very first time
That might be the
emceeing.
only fight story I've heard that doesn't involve. So Mitch was on stage.
Oh, God. He's disappeared a bit, hasn't he?
He's disappeared.
He's got like a real job,
He's
didn't
living
he?
down south, got a real job, fucking making money. I think he's trying to buy a house down in the Illawarra.
Fuck.
But yeah, man. He had some Mitch Parry classic sets where it's just him yelling at people.
Oh, it's the best.
Like, you're a fucking coward, mate.
I love that one. Well, that room he had down in, was it Thirroul?
Thirroul,
That
the
was
burger
great
bar.
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh, man. I think I did that once. That was one where I had a bunch of mates come to see me.
Nice.
Because I had a bunch of mates that went to University of Wollongong. And it's like, I was like 3rd last or whatever. They've booked out like a big table. It's like I had like 6 mates down there and they brought a bunch of their mates or whatever. And it's also like, once again, it's like I'm 8 months into doing comedy. I'm so bad. You know what I mean? I'm looking back. It's like, oh, all those jokes sucked. Like, not all those jokes were done. Also by the least confident, no stage presence, 0 identity of a comedian doing them or whatever. I went up. I got a standing ovation from the whole table.
Yes.
I bombed for 5. I left. I got a standing ovation from the whole table. It's one of those annoying ones. And then Mitch goes up at the end and he goes to mine. Goes, oh yeah, you didn't even laugh at your mate. You fucking dumb. You fucking bunch of young dumb cunts. You fuck off.
Oh, I love it when
so
people
funny.
bring mates.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's the worst. I love it when people bring friends. The friends are terrible for the entire show. They're mate crushes, and then they're back to being terrible. Oh. I called some girls some mean words one time.
No. What,
It
silly billies?
Oh, right. You fucking cunts. I was on right after the guy. It was a terrible show. Fucking... It was a gay man was doing his first set.
Is this me?
No, it wasn't you. It was a more traditional.
Other gay man?
It was more a traditional gay man.
How dare they?
I know, more of a young,
I'm the only gay in the Sydney scene.
a cool inner city gay. So he's got all these friends. I think it's from the eastern suburbs. So all these friends are all these.
Rich guy. He probably afford kids in the 90s.
Exactly. Everyone was going on about how hot these girls were, like the whole night. I think it was a bit of a cheerleader effect. But anyway, so Huey's hosting. He has got to be fully erect the whole time, man. He's trying to flirt with these ladies. I'm like, this is bullshit or whatever. they're kind of terrible. They're heckling through the whole show. Elliot McLaren actually got a good one. He goes, when I saw your face, I almost stopped being gay, but then you started talking. And it's fine now. But they're just being terrible. They're heckling. They're fucking perfect audience for their friend. Then I'm on next. One of them says something about how I was doing a bit about something to do with being lonely or whatever the fuck. And then she was like, "Oh, surprise," or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and then immediately, I'm like, here's the thing. I'm engaged. Fucking Huey's horny for his. I don't give a fuck. You guys are nothing to me. You fucking bunch of cunts.
Yes.
You fucking shut up for your mate. I should have been more misogynistic.
You should have. You regret
but
not
I
being.
held back. If I was the comic I am today, they would have left. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I fucking hate that. Yeah, it's so weird. It's like, it's also like such a. Obviously, they don't think about it at all, but such a weird thing to do to your friend.
Yeah.
Who's like, they're trying to be, do they want to be a comedian?
Yeah.
Do they know that everyone else is a comedian?
They did what my shitty husband did.
Yeah, exactly. yeah. They're just going to know there's that guy who brought all the fucking
the shit
cunts.
friends who were shit.
Yeah. Oh, man. So weird, but yeah, man. Fucking. Oh, man, but yeah. You're doing a lot of gay rooms. You run a Funny Buggers.
Yeah, I run my gay room.
It's a very gay room.
Yeah, you did it. You did you did good.
I did.
They like you.
It was an intensely...
Weirdly, the room hosted by me likes the other chubby hairy guy. What?
That's crazy. Oh, man, that was a fun one. I got introduced on stage as the token straight.
Nice.
And I got booed from the jump. Oh, man. But they're so fun.
I love that
such a
gig.
fun boo. It was such a fun boo.
Yeah,
We're like, these guys having so much fun. Fuck them. Oh, man.
They loved you.
I tell you what, they hated kids.
They did.
Shit-talking kids, they got right on board with that.
Did we have the wrestlers at your one?
No, you had the stripper.
We had the stripper.
You had the alcoholic.
Oh, was that the night the stage caught on fire?
No, that was not the night. Or maybe I left for the end part of the show. I remember because the show went so late.
Oh.
What was it meant to be an 8 o'clock start?
And it got pushed back.
I was running from another, so I was doing another gig at like 7:30. I was meant to go first, and then like 2 people also have to go early, and I'm like, I'm just across the road. All right, you guys go, but I really have to piss off, whatever. I get 8:30 show. I get to yours at like 8:40. It hasn't started. I walk in, there's just the loudest, gayest music pumping. It looks like a rave. I'm like, this has got to be the wrong place.
Nah.
I see you. It's like, yeah, look, we're probably going to start soon. I decided to watch, who was headlining? Julia Wilson. I hadn't seen her before.
Yeah.
So I watched her. She handled that room incredibly because it got so rowdy towards the end.
Oh, it gets even rowdier now.
So the night probably finished at like 11.
We've been on, because...
And then I'm going and you're like, you're not staying for the stripper? I'm good, man.
When we were doing them midweek, because they had nothing on and they'd never run comedy and they'd never done midweek events.
Yeah.
The bar was like, we want people to stay and dance. Like, it's probably not going to happen. It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then they were like, we'll do like 3 breaks.
Yes. Yeah. Which is what... To get people to stay?
To get people to buy more drinks, basically. Because they're used to... They're a nightclub. They're like, people will just be taking ecstasy and buying lots of drinks.
People should be buying drinks the whole way through the night.
Yeah.
Like, no, the comedy's got to...
But it's Fridays now, which means it's shorter.
Oh, my God. It's Fridays.
It's fucking wild.
That is crazy.
Because then it just turned at like 11 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah.
Fucking full nightclub.
Yeah, really.
Out of control. We've had quite a few comedians just stay until like 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
It's a loose... Yeah, we've had a show where the stripper was so wasted, he set the stage on fire.
Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
What do we have?
He does like the stripper every night. Okay.
He's the best.
Bro, he was so funny. He came up to me after I did my set. Then he comes up. He's so wasted already. And he's like, oh, that's really good. He does like how'd you get into comedy or whatever? And I do that whole spiel. And then, I'm just trying to be nice. Let's keep the conversation. Oh, so how'd you get into stripping? And he goes, I used to have it all, man. The wife, 2 kids, the house. And I'm like, whoa, Jesus. This is a lot. It starts taking me through his family breakdown and stuff.
Oh, no.
He's like, I started doing it 2 years ago and fucking, loving it or whatever. I'm like, yeah, cool.
He's good at it.
He is good at it, I guess.
We found out he was the cousin of one of the other comedians.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Jared Prane.
Really?
And then after that, the stripper slapped him in the face with his dick. Because that's what cousins do.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about gay incest. Technically,
I mean...
it's fine.
Explain your thinking there.
The reason why incest is bad,
Yeah.
in like the only objective reason it's bad is because of the risk of inbreeding.
That's the only thing stopping you.
It's not the only thing
That's
stopping
like
you.
you're like, oh yeah, no, I'll fuck my cousin if she's on the pill.
No, not at all. It's not the only thing.
So that's the only reason it's
it's
bad.
not
So now
me
the pill's been
personally.
invented.
No.
And contraceptives exist.
Technically, yes.
You're just like, yeah, fucking let's go.
Well, look, there are some cultures where they marry their cousins, okay? And look, we're going to have Keanu soon. But like, that's if you were going from a outwardly, two consenting adults that aren't going to bring harm, technically it's fine.
All right,
okay?
you heard it here first.
Personally, I don't want to fuck my cousins, okay? Any of them.
Why? What's wrong with your cousins?
That's just my personal choice, okay?
I'm sure you have hot cousins.
Hey, look, I don't want to fuck them.
Hey, before you leave the country, let's list your cousins. Hottest to least hot.
I am good. They're
Most bangable to least bangable.
Not while they're in the middle of grieving their grandmother as well. Let's not do that.
All
But
right.
like from an
Wait till
outward
the
thing,
funeral.
if I met two cousins who were fucking and they were like, you know what, we just like each other, I can't say that's a bad thing. You know what I mean?
You know what? I could. I'd happily be like, no, what are you doing? It's kind of weird. I think it's fucked when people from the same workplace hook up.
Well, then,
so I definitely think it's wrong.
For me, exactly. Well, it's then you're making like a personal, but like contextually, you know what I mean? I think when they brought in gay marriage, bring in cousin marriage. It's basically the same level of dirty in the eyes of the Lord. What's better, right?
I think cousins can marry in the Bible.
Cousins can marry in Australia.
Can they?
Absolutely.
Jesus.
Are you guys married?
Yeah.
Yeah. When we got married.
To who? My cousin?
No, to the stripper. No. To your partner. Yeah, you guys are married. Yeah. Well, what I noticed was when I got married, we had to sign all the stuff. Mm-hmm. And the question is, is this person, is this person your mother or father? You have to tick off these boxes. Mm-hmm. They check, right? Which is a terrible time.
Well, also,
to find out you can't do it then, right?
If you were doing that, wouldn't you just lie?
Yeah, exactly. You could just lie.
Well,
because then I guess you're lying on a contract. Because it is a contract, the marriage certificate.
Sure.
So I guess it's like if... You also have to sign that everything is true at the end, so it's like that would maybe...
I don't know. If you're at the point where you're fucking direct family members...
Well, yeah.
Lying on a form doesn't seem to, be that bad.
No, but I think it means later on, the fucking... Whatever, the state of New South Wales or, the Commonwealth of Australia could then re-look into the document and say, you've lied on this document, therefore it's null and void. You're not actually married, right? At no point do they ask if you're cousins.
All right.
So if you just didn't mention it, no one's going to stop you.
There you go.
So cousin marriage is legal and also technically morally fine if you are gay or using protection.
And kind of hot.
And kind of hot. Although I think most of the cousins hooking up are not hot.
Well, I think the hot cousins who are hooking up are not cousins.
Yes.
From the videos I've seen.
They
don't look related.
No. They're
completely different.
Exactly. He's clearly Puerto Rican. Doesn't even make sense. I saw there was a porn video, and it was step twin sisters.
Step twin? What?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they don't fuck it. It's just a porn writer being like, fuck it, it's fine.
They just wanted to get as many hits as they can. They used as many of the step, twin, MILF, sister,
twin
auntie,
sisters. Exactly.
fist.
It's like, how does this really work? You know what I mean? There's another one. It was for twins, but they were different ages. It just didn't make sense. People just want to throw it in there.
You know, I used to have a job making porn.
Really? Oh my goodness. Okay. What was your role?
I like that you asked that like fully knowing that I was not an actor.
Well,
you look at me like, nah, what behind the scenes job did you have? You definitely weren't on screen talent.
I think that if you were on screen talent, you'd be able to do more with your comedy.
Ooh, maybe I should. I'll do it. I'll do it for the comedy.
If I'm sure there's been some former porn stars that have tried to do comedy.
We've had a couple of OnlyFans guided comedy.
Oh, really?
Buggers.
Yeah, I'm sure like their first fucking show is called OnlyFans. I was about to say the F slur, but only for the alliteration. Do you understand?
You can say fuck.
You fucking know. You fucking know what I meant. You dirty fucking. No. But like, you know what I mean? OnlyFans comedy now. You know what I mean? It'd be in the title. But no, so what were you doing?
I was an editor.
You were an editor?
I used to edit pornography.
Wow.
For a good year or two. That's a fun little job.
All right. What type of scale stuff? Like
everything.
Everything?
From like the lightest like clothed girls being tickled with a feather and just giggling.
Yeah.
To like I remember on the first day they're like, oh, we need to test this guy. Yeah. And they're like, oh, you need to do a sounding video.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Also, got to make sure you...
Yeah. Have you know what sounding is?
I know what sounding is, of course.
I saw the rods as I walked in. But I didn't at that point. I didn't have a clue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah.
That's it. So you were editing all straight porn?
Straight porn, gay porn.
Wow. If I found out my porn was edited by a gay man... You'd have no idea how mad I'd be.
The way this is cut together just seems a bit fruity.
Exactly. That explains the fucking the behind the back shot in doggy style.
Why is there so much Kylie Minogue played over the top?
Yeah. Oh man, why can I see the ball swing so much from this angle? This is crazy. Oh, wow. Okay. So what, two years of doing that?
I think it was 2 years, yeah.
And are you doing that? Is that like one production company?
Yeah, but it was like one production house and they had like lots and lots of different titles because you had to we mostly re-edited videos because there was, I don't know if, because this was fucking over 10 years ago. Australia has like really weirdly strict porn laws.
Yeah.
So there was stuff like you couldn't have any weapons of any sort, which was meant to be like, so you can't have like violent
Sexual
pornography.
Violence, yeah.
But like it was like, there was like a Pirates of the Caribbean parody.
Yeah, of course.
Where they had silly swords and we had to edit out any single part where there was a sword.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it got to that. I think there was a rule, and it was meant to be something to like stop child pornography.
Yeah.
You had to have pubes.
Oh, really?
I think that has changed. I assume that has changed.
What? That has got to have changed.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Or we're just watching international porn.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And so we just had to cut shit out and re-edit shit. And,
exactly.
Yeah.
Got to pube up.
That's a fun job.
Yeah. Are you getting hard? Or did you just get desensitized to it?
I mean, a lot of it was straight porn.
It was pretty much okay.
Not all.
But,
no, not really. You weren't like just sitting there like rock hard at your desk, and a lot of it was like would be something specific. It was like, hey, here's someone being tickled, or hey, here's someone being choked. It was like it was sort of here's kinks for everyone.
Gotcha.
And yeah.
Okay, so you're not special. Yeah. Okay. Were you working in like an office space? Like, were there people?
We were. Yeah, we had a little office. There was a little office of what was it, like 10 of us in Surrey Hills.
Okay. Like you've got headphones on and there's someone just over there
editing more porn.
Also editing on more porn. Wow. It's a pretty easy one to watch porn at work, though.
Right?
Really?
It wasn't bad.
Just have 2 tabs open. This was more of a passion project. I'm gonna stay home late for this one, and really get to work.
But you know what? It did, like, people are like, oh, would it desensitize you to porn or did it ruin it? You know what it did? It did ruin porn for me, but not in a, like, oh, I can't get off. Like, now I'm very critical.
Yeah, of course.
Like, the way that, like, I don't know, people who make music are like, oh, I can't listen to music and just purely enjoy it. Now I'm thinking about the mix or the this or the...
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is it stuck on this angle? Move. Go to a wide. I have no perspective of the room that they're in. Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Let's cut. This has been stuck on this shot for too long. Move on with it. Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah. You're critical. Yeah, move. Come on. Yeah.
I don't... Yeah, the cuts... I mean, uncut's better, but, you know, the cut's never that great.
Yeah, okay. Wow, so you're like...
I'm critical from that angle.
Yeah, are you like finding your favourite editors?
Oh, I haven't yet.
Like, are you like going on porn and being like, I
They don't tend to list the credit. Well, I don't tend to watch.
You never get to
Have you ever
end.
watched the end of a porno?
No, never.
Maybe they do have credits.
Yeah, they probably do.
Have they got like Marvel like scenes at the end of them?
Exactly.
Like, oh, this is going to happen in the next one.
Yeah.
Tony Stark's showing up.
Lisa Ann will be back. Oh, man. Yeah, because I imagine, you can find your favourite editor who, like, does a good edit that you like.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, this guy knows what he's... I'm
going to follow this one, yeah.
Right? Yeah. I always wonder if, if the greatest filmmaker of all time is, like, only going to be into porn.
Because they can't watch...
Like, they could be like a prodigy, like an insanely good filmmaker who's just doing crazy stuff.
But they're only making...
But he's also just a horny guy, and he's like, I only want to make child porn. You know what I mean? Like, it could even be that level. Like you could find some guy who's really into movies.
Yeah,
who's
but he's put it into the wrong...
Yeah. And there's like people who like love movies so much that like, look, I don't like child porn, but like the camera movement in this, you know what I mean? The story
like
behind this,
like the scientists who invent like nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm so passionate about what I do and my science, but I've made weapons that destroy the world. But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man, I don't know what we are watching now. Something about humans.
Humans?
Oh, Byzantine, Life of the Romans.
Oh.
You a history guy at all? Nah. Not at all?
Not enough.
No.
Not. I enjoy it. I'll watch a doco. I'll read a book. Why do you say that?
Take it a guess. I think you was a bit of a math guy. I feel like it made, like, back in the day, you could kind of be like you could be fucking like a boy, but you had to teach him something.
I get a lot of people...
Maths or philosophy.
I feel like a lot of people have a very idealized view of like, oh, if I was in ancient Greece or ancient Rome, like, I'd be living life like all these fucking people in the books and stuff. No, we'd all be the fucking peasants.
Oh, yeah, of course.
We'd live to 13
We'd all
and
be
die.
slaves, yeah.
Like, we're not the fucking high class. Like, why do you think you'd be living like a fucking... ruler or like a... No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to fuck 13-year-olds. I'd be the
But you have to be
13-year-old
smart.
being fucked,
But
and then I'd be thrown
exactly.
away.
No, but then you get taught because they would teach the guys math. You know what I mean? So it's like if you wanted to have sex with a beautiful 13-year-old, a beautiful smooth boy, you have to really understand.
You're saying that very knowingly.
You have to really understand triangles, right? You got to invent a new way to figure out triangles. And then someone's like, you can take all of the boy pussy you want, but you have to teach them triangles as well. Right? But it's like someone is in the future is going to be looking back to now.
Yeah.
Be like,
I'd be
man,
Mark Zuckerberg.
I wish I had private jets and fucking, Epstein Islands and shit. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing. Fucking, if you're a smart guy, you can work your way up to pedophile status. None of these rinky-dink pedophiles running around.
Get their own islands.
You know? You ever gigged with a pedophile?
I mean, I'm sure we have.
I definitely
like,
have.
oh, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oliver... fucking long last name. Oliver... fuck. He's got a long last name.
No, I don't know.
You haven't heard about this guy?
No.
Oh, he... So, I did one... I did one gig with him at the start of this year. Start of last year. And he's just kind of like a weird guy, very like hacky Asian kind of comedy and stuff. And then in about July last year...
Alan.
Huh? Yeah, I can see how you would. I can see how you would think. But Alan's big time. He might be getting on those Epstein flights.
Right.
Whatever the new one is. The Yeah Mad Crew to Epstein's Island. Oh my god. Doing dad jokes. And the kid's like, could you fuck me already? Could you please molest me already? Come on.
Don't need to hear.
I've had enough of this. Oh, my goodness. No,
There was a pedophile in the...
And yeah, he apparently did comedy for like fucking 10 years or whatever.
What?
Yeah. And about midway through last year, he got caught in a police sting for grooming a 13-year-old girl.
What?
And he was also a children's author.
Oh.
Children's author and a casual teacher.
Oh, fuck.
Pretty bad, you know? And he was a
Jesus.
hack.
And he wasn't even funny.
He wasn't even funny.
What?
You know what I mean?
And every set's online.
Oh, bro, let's let's have a little look. You may recognize him. He's kind of one of those people who would do like one gig. Oh, bro. Here we go. Writer. Oliver. Here we go. Oliver Pomervan. Charged for alleged grooming. This is an alleged. It is alleged. We are just speculating.
If it's alleged, let's book him.
He's charged with
He can
online
reopen
grooming.
Scrubbies.
Yeah, exactly.
He's written kids' books?
Yeah, bro. He used to. So there's people doing open mics now who remember this guy coming to their school in like year 6 and shit. And yeah, so yeah, he was an author. He wrote kids' book, author of Tyrific, and
Don't tell your dad.
Don't Tell Your Dad.
Keep a secret.
You're so mature for your age. Classic titles. Oh, wow. He pumped out a lot. Oh, my goodness. I feel like, yeah. But also, like, anyone writing kids' books is, yeah, anyway. Oh, this doesn't even mention at the end. We've got the author's agent page. This may need to be updated because it doesn't mention the pedophilia. That's not good. It's not in the blurb, believe it or not. This is from the Australian Embassy, China. Oliver Pomervan loves to make people laugh.
If you type in comedy.
Oh, let's have a look. Come on. Oliver Pomervan, comedy. Oliver Pomervan, you can find more throwback. Oh, no, this is his children's story. He did an author talk at the Sydney Opera House. It's all him talking about his books. We've got none of his bits. Exactly. You see these new fucking children protection laws? Why can't I jack off to kids when they're still hot?
I tried looking for porn and it turned out they actually worked in a mine.
It's pretty good. But yeah, man. So yeah, you've gigged with maybe you don't recognize him. Whoa! It's all the investigation is still ongoing. No. Yeah, I activated the cousin law and the cousin clause in the pedophilia laws. Oh my goodness, gross. But yeah, man. And I think there was that other guy, the crazy guy, Saeed. He was a self-admitted. Did you gig with him?
That was right when I was starting.
Oh yeah. He was at my first ever gig.
Have we been going about the same time we are?
When did you start?
I did like 4 gigs over 3 years, and then was like, I'll give this a crack in after COVID.
I was kind of the same. I did first gig was like 2019, but then I was in like 4 gigs. I did Crown a couple times and some other shit. And then I probably started the start of 2022. So I'm coming up on. Yes, a little bit after. I was saying I was going to after COVID, and then I didn't.
Yeah, because I think that's what you were saying.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, because that's when the Cronulla, the Cronulla boys. I know I was never in them, but I was there. Yeah, exactly. Every now and then, Tim would give me the nod, and I knew I'd made it. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was good. Everybody, it's you and Tim, still here. Huh? Oh, Tim's left the Shire. Yeah, true. Yeah. Where's Brock at?
I went out with him in
Brighton. Okay.
Spent a very fun night party.
Yeah, nice.
We once again ended up at a terrible strip club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hold on, just talk again.
Terrible strip club.
Oh, no. What's going on here?
Uh-oh.
I don't think so. I'm just going to hopefully. It's all right. We've still got all of me.
Hello.
All right, we're going to... All right, it's all fine. We found it. We can go off on one good riff if you want.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about?
Or just be funny. Just go. Come on.
Nah.
This is your chance.
I love when people are like, oh, you're a comedian, but I've never told. I don't even consider myself a comedian.
Yeah, of course.
Like, fucking.
I always say allegedly.
Oh, I had a mate's bucks recently.
Yeah.
And I was emceeing the wedding, so he'd told all of his mates, I've got a comedian emceeing the wedding. He's going to be there at the bucks.
Wow.
And all of his mates are like working like software and IT. And,
okay.
And it ended with like me in a hotel room at like 4 a.m. while 3 like coked up nerds read from their notes app because they'd heard a comedian was coming, so wrote some jokes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's always the worst.
Only one I can remember was like some guy doing a very like 10-minute version of Microsoft. They should call it Big Hard.
Pretty good.
But like the longest, most painful.
Just the longest possible way you could do that.
Oh.
I remember one time we were having, I think it was like a release party for one of Emily's songs.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just us and some music people who worked on the song. It was over here. Emily had like a speaker set up with like a mic for like karaoke or whatever. But so obviously a couple of them are like, oh, Ramsey, do some jokes or whatever. And I'm like, God, no way. Not happening at all. No chance. And then there was like another guy who's like, I'll do some one-liners. Kind of wasn't really asked. Wasn't really asked to. So like it's like the thing where they put the music off.
Amazing.
It's him just doing these bad one-liners.
Yes.
And like he's also kind of like looking at me to be like,
how good is this?
Comedy.
Oh.
One time, my wife was doing she was just this charity thing where she just went to where they donate blood, the Red Cross at Town Hall, and she just does some music in kind of the foyer there while people are hanging around.
Yeah.
Just a fun little thing, right? And then one of the lady who was kind of like who worked at the Red Cross and was like showing us around and stuff, also had done a couple open mics. I had no idea, right? But she knew me, apparently. Or like she just was aware that I was a comedian, right? Good. And then she was like, oh, and then she's talking about Crown Comedy or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, they really didn't like me talking about, hot fireman or whatever. I'm like, yeah, they don't really like anyone there. You know what I mean? Like the whole point of Crown isn't doing well. It's just to go there and kind of talk for a bit. So we're talking about that. And then she's like, oh, you should do some jokes. And I'm like, there isn't an audience. Like the sound is just being projected through the blood donation place.
There's people walking out completely depleted of blood.
Literally.
Totally. And you're there being like, who fell down the country?
Yeah. There's just a couple of people there who are like lying down. A couple of people are filling out forms. Music's perfect because it just floats through everywhere.
It's lovely.
But the idea of me talking to nobody, just being like, aren't kids fucking shit? You know what I mean? Oh, man. But yeah. So if you ever see a comedian and you want them to do a joke...
Ask them. We love it. It's everyone's favorite thing.
Yeah.
Tell us your best joke.
Yeah. But no, what you should actually do is just go and like stand next to them, and then if you don't talk much, they might start just kind of trying to be funny. If you find the right guy in the right mood.
If they're not a pedophile. Or maybe if they are a pedophile.
If you're a supple little boy, find go to an open mic.
Go to Ramsey's, Scruffy Murphy's open mic.
Go to Scruffy Murphy's, try. And just say, hey, look, I'm a big fan of Asian comedy. And, you might get groomed.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, man.
Anything
could happen. All right, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah. Good night, Australia.
Rest in peace, Grandma.
R.I.P. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.